Hey folks, Matt from ReadyTheImage.com. We got David Park writing in. He says, "Hey Matt, enjoy your show and just subscribe to your channel. I was wondering what you thought about the G85 as a vlogging camera. Has the video autofocus improved at all from the G7? And also, does the IBIS body stabilization drain the battery any quicker? I'm wondering if I should get the 80D, 70D, G7 or G85 for my vlogs. Again, thanks for sharing all the great info. Appreciate it." Well, David, interesting, because if you look, I just did, if you look back in the videos, probably one or two ago, a test on the autofocus system on the G85 with the continuous autofocus. So that's the G85 right here. I've got the grip on it. As you can see, I just did an unboxing. So I did it with a test with the G85 with AFC. So that's continuous autofocus. I did register my face because you can, on the Panasonic autofocus system, you can register a face and then it knows to track it. You can even name it so it shows up Matt when it sees my face, which is pretty cool. And then I think it tracks better when you do that because it's got that face registered. It recognizes it and then it follows it. From what I saw, and again, this is initial impressions in my initial stages of testing. I haven't done a lot, but from what I saw, it is better than the G7. And I had hints and indication from Panasonic that they were quite pleased with the advances that had been made with the autofocus system on the G85 in comparison to the the predecessor, the G7. It's funny to say older, it's not that old, but it is the older G7. From what I saw, and you can go look at the video yourself, unless I was moving very quickly, it seemed to hold focus very well, and it seemed to be comparable to the Canon's dual pixel AF in the sense that it seemed to do it instead of jerky, sudden switches in autofocus acquisition, it seemed to do it nice and smooth. I was very pleased. From what I've seen so far, I think the G85 is definitely a step up in that continuous autofocus, and I think especially if you're using it for a vlogging camera, I think that's the way to go. I'm impressed from what I've seen so far. I have more tests to do, but from my initial tests, and as you can see, you can watch that video yourself, I think the G85 will make a decent vlogging camera. And as a combination, I would now take the G85 from what I've seen for that follow focus in video over, say, the 70D or 80D from Canon, because you get 4K, you get 8K, what do they call that? 4K photo, I think it is, where you can extract the stills. All the beauty of the advances of the 4K, you get the beautiful touch screen, you get the access to all the Micro Four Thirds. Everything about that is great. And my only problem with it before was that the Canon dual pixel AF seemed to work a little better. From what I'm seeing now, I think the G85 is I'm not sure if I would say it's on par, but it's come forward enough. It's gotten good enough from what my initial test. And again, I'm going to test it some more, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing. So I would suggest, yeah, try it out for yourself. Order one from a place like Amazon. Again, I'll put the link below. And if you're not happy with it, you're able to send it back. But I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna find it's very good. It certainly seems to track better than, for instance, a Canon G7X, which a lot of people are doing vlogging with. So that's my initial answer. I'm gonna do some more tests, so I'm gonna flush that out some more. But from what I can see, my thoughts now are that I'm going to get rid of my Canon 70D, which I did buy for the dual pixel AF, because I think this guy, the G85, is more than satisfactory in that arena to compete with dual pixel AF. So that's my answer for you. I don't know, any of you other folks out there with the G85 or the G80 as they call it in Europe, leave some comments below if you've done tests on this, what you think. How is it for the continuous autofocus? It's like I said, for me, it's looking really good. I want to hear your feedback though, so I'd love to see your comments below. Let us know what your user experience has been. Thanks for your question, David. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back soon here at ReadyTheImage.com.